Welcome back to the news. Today marks day 16 of the Champions Torch Relay from Point Pedro to Donrahead. The torch commenced its journey today from Monaragala. The Champions Torch Relay, organised by MTV MBC Media Networks together with the National Youth Services Council with the aim of strengthening budding young sportsmen and women who are trying to make their mark on the domestic and international arena, ended yesterday's stage in Monaragala. Uruwalige Demata, who is a member of the Dabane indigenous community, commended the Champions Torch Relay. The Champions Torch recommenced its journey this morning near the Monaragala Mahavidyalaya. Minister of Parliamentary Affairs Sumedha G. Jayasena handed the torch to Ajanta Sanjeevani Dissanayake, who was the first torch bearer of the day. I appreciate this initiative taken by the National Youth Services Council, the Federation of Youth Clubs and MTV MBC Media Networks to encourage the sporting talents of these youngsters. I am very thankful for this journey organised by MTV MBC Media Networks and the National Youth Services Council. The minister also carried the flame for a short distance amidst rousing applause from the students of the Sri Sudharmananda Dhamma School in Monaragala. The Champions Torch, which then arrived in Buttala, was greeted by the Deputy Minister of Education, Vijit Vijayamuni Soisa. Awards were presented to the group that carried the torch.
This initiative is being carried out by the National Youth Services Council, the Sri Lanka Federation of Youth Clubs and MTV MBC Media Network to encourage these youngsters to make it into the global arena.
The torch left Buttala with the blessings of the Mahasangha. The Champions Torch Relay reached Kathragama early this evening, marking the end of today's leg of the journey across the country. A large group including public officials and the chairman of the Kathragama Pradeshya Sabha, Chanaka Amilarangana, had gathered to greet the torch.
We take this opportunity to wish these youngsters to have strength and courage to make it into the international arena and showcase their talents.
Today's journey ended with torch bearer Ajanta Sanjeevani Dissanayake, who had carried the flame from Monaragala, lighting the cauldron. The torch relay will commence its journey from Monaragala tomorrow and head to Ambalanpota. On to one of our headline-making stories tonight. The Department of Examinations stated that the revised Z-score of the 2011 GC Advanced Level Examination were released this afternoon. Now, the revised Z-score can be viewed on the official website of the department, www.donets.lk. That's www.doenets.lk. The Department of Examinations stated that the revised Z-scores will be issued to schools in the near future.
The department has also decided to make arrangements to accommodate students who will have to resit the advanced level examination due to the revised Z scores at this year's examination. The department stated that more information can be obtained through the website of the examinations department. The Department of Examinations stated that the application that is available on the website must be completed. The relevant fees should be paid at the post office and it should be faxed along with the receipt. School applicants should forward their applications through the school principal. The applications should be faxed on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th and the 27th. The fax numbers are 0112 785 220, 0112 785 779, 0112 784 422, 0112 785 013 and 0112 177 411. The fax numbers once again: 0112 785 220, 0112 785 779, 0112 7844 22, 0112 785 013 and 0112 177 411. Meanwhile, the original copy of the application should be posted to the Examinations Commissioner General, School Examinations Branch, Sri Lanka Department of Examinations, PO Box 1503, Colombo. More information can be obtained by calling the 24-hour hotline 1911. The Supreme Court on the 25th of last month ordered the University Grants Commission to cancel the Z scores of the 2011 GCE Advanced Level Examination and recalculate the Z scores. Chief Justice Shivani Bandaranayake issued this order while issuing the verdict of the fundamental rights petition that was filed challenging the results of the Advanced Level Examination. The petition was filed by 16 students who sat for the examination and the Ceylon Teachers Union.
Still in local news, the demonstration organised by the group of persons who served at the Railways Department on contract basis is still in place. Our correspondent stated that some of the protesters continue to remain atop the communications tower situated near the Anuradhapura Dairakulla Railway Guest House. The protesters initially climbed the communications tower at about 10 a.m. yesterday.
They commenced this protest alleging that although they were recruited to the service in view of the Dairakulla exhibition, their service was terminated in 3 months' time and another group had been recruited. Railways General Manager yesterday stated that this group of persons were recruited on a contract basis and were provided a daily wage but were not given an assurance that they would be made permanent in their position. However, protesters say that a new group of workers had been recruited to service yesterday. We are not staging this protest because we were dismissed from service, but for recruiting persons with no experience in place of recruiting those who have served before. We worked irrespective of it being day or night. While we are there, why did they recruit new employees?
1997. Shares of Air Lanka to the private sector. Emirates takes over Air Lanka on a 10-year agreement on the 10th of April 1998. Air Lanka rebranded as Sri Lankan Airlines. Sri Lankan Airlines taken over by the government on the 31st of March 2008. A new chairman appointed to Sri Lankan Airlines in April 2008. While the local airliner suffered record losses in 2011, other airline companies in the Asian region. Why is the national carrier, which was a profit-making institution, now incurring losses?
Up next, here's a look at Action TV.
Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka took over duties as the new Secretary of the Health Ministry after 9 months lapsed since the President's Secretary cordially informed the Secretary to the Health Ministry to take disciplinary action against the Health Services Director General considering a report by the Presidential Investigation Unit. The name of Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka was also connected with the investigation report formulated by the Presidential Investigation Unit. This is as a true state official who cancelled the purchase of surgical equipment which he initially approved after understanding the fraud that was being committed after he was misled by the Health Services Director General. As the acting secretary to the Minister of Health at that time, Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka ordered an investigation to be carried out into the attempts made by the Health Services Director General to mislead him. However, the investigations went under the table and Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka eventually had to leave the Health Ministry. The Health Secretary who was appointed subsequently approved the corrupt purchase and told the Presidential Investigation Unit that the Health Services Director General misled him to obtain his approval. The investigation carried out by the Presidential Investigation Unit also found that he had been misled when the former director of the Medical Supplies Division had informed him of the true situation. Secretary to the Health Ministry Ravindra Ruberu, who was aware of the actual situation, was so-called misled, finally instructs the Raids and Investigations Division of the Health Ministry to conduct an irrelevant investigation regarding the matter after concealing the report forwarded by the President's Secretary to him throughout a period of 8 months, which called on him to take disciplinary action against the Health Services Director General. The investigations report reached Nihal Jayatilaka after a day elapsed since he was appointed as the Health Secretary. The very next day, he forwards the report to the President's Secretary. Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, through this report sent to the President's Secretary, stated that there has been no discrepancy in the purchase of surgical equipment in question. Ironically, the investigation was carried out under the direct supervision of the Health Services Director General. Such a revelation brings about suspicion as to whether Dr. Nihal Jaytilaka forwarded this report to the President's Secretary within 24 hours since his appointment to fulfill a certain agreement. Dr. Nihal Jaytilaka has signed this tender as the acting Health Secretary. Those who committed wrongdoing are in hiding, but before long they will be revealed. Who is the thief and who is innocent will be revealed soon. Aren't the attempts made to conceal a proper investigation using findings of a corrupt investigation without contributing towards important revelations a deadly blow to the free health service?
When attention reduces, the risk increases. This is true of dengue as well.
Various methods have been used to eradicate dengue mosquitoes over the past decade. However, these statistics are perfect examples of how the risk increases when attention is reduced. In 2009, dengue claimed the lives of 340, while the number of patients reported exceeding 34,000. Reports from the Ministry of Health state that from the year 2000 to June this year, dengue has claimed 1,250 lives and over 180,000 people have contracted the disease. If due attention was paid to maintaining a clean environment, these lives could have been saved. Therefore, your focus on dengue eradication must not waver throughout the year.
The fourth phase of the Danamuthu Sayanaya program, organized by News First and Eslon, which commenced at St. Andrews Central College in Puttlam yesterday, concluded this evening.
The people of Puttlam were granted an opportunity through this program to meet their interior decorator, surveyors, feng shui experts and plumbing experts in the same place. A large crowd visited the Danamuthu Sayanaya yesterday and today. Meanwhile, a special mobile team carried out a tour of the area, fixing the plumbing problems faced by the people.
For 3 weeks, our water has been going to waste. There was no way of preventing it. It is a great strength for us to receive relief like this. The people of Puttlam learnt a lot.
They are very thankful for this.
We have been awaiting this for a long time.
We had to go to Colombo to do all this, but now they have come here to our doorstep. A group of public representatives also visited the News First Eslon Danamuthu Sayanaya. As a public representative, I must thank you for coming to areas like Puttlam and conducting programs like this. I think the people of this area are extremely thankful to you for coming to their village and carrying out this service free of charge. The public also provided a rousing response to the musical concert held last night.